When it comes to videography, you have to make a lot of decisions. And every small decision adds up. And these 5 mistakes change everything. Don't get me wrong, when I was a beginner, I made these mistakes and I still see them all the time with other creators. Number 1 is ignoring audio. When you ignore audio, it really changes the quality of the video itself. Whether that's not being mic'd up, not using any mics at all, or just using the wrong song for the background music. The microphones are key for sure, but the choice of music for the background music also can change the vibe of your entire video. When it comes to your background music, you can really manipulate it too to really drive home a point. And what I mean by that is, just like I did, I stopped the music to really drive home a point. So ignoring audio and the manipulation of audio altogether could really impact your storytelling. Number 2, you don't plan your shots. Nothing bugs me more than a videographer or a cinematographer not planning the shots. Now don't get me wrong, if you don't know the difference between a videographer and a cinematographer, I made a video about it. The link is down below. When it comes to business sales and you are a videographer selling yourself to a potential client, you better be planning a shot-by-shot list for that client. Here is why. I'll use an example from my past. I shot a gym, and when I offered to shoot this gym, I had these ideas that I wanted to pitch to this gym, but the gym owner was like, you know what, just come to class on a Tuesday and you could film then. And I didn't have a plan of a shot-by-shot list. Don't get me wrong, I was able to think on my feet and I was able to get the project done, and the client loved it because, let's be honest, it looked super cinematic, but that's just because of the camera and the lens. But there was no story, there was nothing really evoking a ton of emotion. It was just a random shot of a gym class that I tried my best making look epic. When you plan out your shots, something about it really just allows you to manipulate the emotion of the video itself. But if you just show up to a random gym and you just start shooting random content for that gym, it's not gonna look as cinematic and it's not gonna feel like it's professional work. Number 3, over-rigging. Don't get me wrong, I love over-rigging. In fact, I over-rigged an A7 IV literally just for the purpose of this video. I spent like 5 to 10 minutes putting it all together, and I'm honestly super proud of it. I love doing this. It's super heavy, it feels cool, it has a handle, has a monitor, has all the bells and whistles that I would need to make a cinematic video. However, this is my FX3 with a single lens and a mic receiver on it. And I shoot all my weddings like this. Not with an over-rigged camera, but with something as small as this, something a lot more versatile. When you over-rig something like that A7 IV that I just showed you, you really slow yourself down on, 1, the setup and tear down time that takes for you to set up and tear down all your gear, and 2, you're going to be exhausted at the end of that day. That camera alone weighs like 13 pounds, while this weighs 6. When you're on an actual production set, maybe you do need all these pieces to this over-rigged camera. And this looks really cool, and to a client, this looks insane. But when you're a beginner, I totally get it. You sometimes have to over-rig stuff like this in order to look professional, in order to look cool. I, in fact, over-rigged this camera when I first started to make myself look cooler to the clients because I didn't have such a diverse portfolio. But now that I have a diverse portfolio, this guy can make such cooler things than that guy. I'm just saying. Number 4, buying LUTs and transitions. Now, I recently had a conversation with another videographer, and they're like, oh, have you got this LUT pack? Oh, there's that LUT pack. Now, I totally get that those transitions and that LUT pack looks amazing, but it's not worth it. In my opinion, when you make something from scratch, you're going to be more proud of it. So just learn how to color grade for yourself and learn how to make that filmic look. If you learn how to do those things from scratch inside of your editing software, your videos are exponentially going to be better because you know how to manipulate more things. And you can learn everything on YouTube. Number 5, not using transitions with a purpose. Now, I get it, transitions can be really cool, but every wedding film that I make, 95% of it is just regular cuts. There might be a fade in, fade out here and there, but like, honestly, there's no need for crazy transitions. Just don't use them. And if you use a transition, make sure that whatever transition it is, it carries on the story and evokes a very specific emotion. Every transition has emotion to it, as silly as that is. But the more complex it gets, the more emotion that you're going to evoke. So if you're using a crazy transition, make sure you're evoking the right emotion. So to sum it up, don't ignore your audio, plan your shots, don't over rig, don't buy that film LUT pack, and make sure that your transitions have a purpose. If you feel like you learned anything, drop a like. If you feel like you want to learn more, subscribe. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Otherwise, I'm going to go drink some chocolate milk and cry at the fact that no one liked this video. But if you did like it, that's awesome. I'm super thankful. I should stop talking, and I should probably go eat some lunch. So, bye.